And all right, kids and kidlets, it is the GH Mini Spotlight, your favorite GH show. Just I don't know if we are or not, but we've been here longer than anybody else about, and we're here to talk about General Hospital. Cheese and crackers. Of course, I'm not here by myself because that would just be completely boring. It's Frank Moran.
I disagree on that, James. I think it would be extremely scintillating with you and the fans going 1v1.
Oh my God, I don't think so. But anyway, we're both here for you today. It's Sunday. We're here for you today. I got some church announcements, kids. I do. I have stuff to tell you guys. You guys aren't going to be happy because the next 2 Sundays will not be here.
But James will be happy.
Well, actually, I will be because I'll be somewhere else. So next Sunday, I will be in Vegas. I've not been out of town since a bunch of stuff has happened since January. So I'm going to celebrate my birthday week starting there. And then the following weekend, it's my actual birthday and Mother's Day. So I'll be with Miss Anita and my family and my sister, and I celebrating our birthday / Mother's Day. So will not be here, Frank, for that.
And also just tell everybody where you've registered.
Nowhere, nothing's been registered. Everything's fine. Don't listen to Frank, nothing to see here. Look away, just look over there. Nothing to see here. Right. I'm still James Lott Jr. There's no name changes happening after.
Yeah. Are you doing Boyce hyphen Lott Jr. or Lott Jr. hyphen Boyce?
Boyce Lott, Boyce and Lott. I don't know. There's nothing happening. Frank is always talking about not happening. Anyway, we can start thinking. We can think we're always thinking, oh my God, just get married to Flobo. But I'll be gone. We'll be back May 18th, I think it is. I think it's 18th, yeah. The 17th, I will be at the Denise Richards Gala. She's being honored. And Weatherman Fritz Coleman is leading that thing, and I'll be there on the red carpet. And hopefully I'll meet Denise Richards. I hope I meet her. I just want to meet her so bad. So I'm doing that on the 17th.
What is she being honored for?
Charity work. Charity work she's been doing.
Oh, nice.
And so they're doing a whole gala at the Universal Sheraton. So you can get tickets, folks, if you want to go. So I'll be out there. The red carpet is going, Denise. So hopefully I'll get an interview for you guys. But I'm interviewing whoever's there. I'm interviewing whoever's there, of course. But I'm hoping to meet her. That's my conduit. I want to thank my girl, Edna Sims. Thanks, Edna. Who just had a birthday herself. All these Taurus people had a birthday themselves. Also, this week, folks, and even Frank doesn't even know this, this week, JLJ Media is bringing you some good interviews that have been already done, and they're going to be on shows. So tomorrow, on Monday, if you're a When Calls the Heart fan, I brought on my favorite girl in the whole wide world, Pascal Hutton, who plays Rosemary, and I asked her a question she's never been asked before, she said, on air. So you want to find out what that is, that's tomorrow on When Calls the Heart. That will be out, Frank. I was very proud of myself when she said, I've never been asked that question before. Also, with the wedding bells, Jason Jose with wedding bells with question marks. Don't listen to him. Don't tell Tony J. Tony J will be upset. Don't say anything. So we're going to find out what that said to me if he finds out. Secondly, probably on Tuesday, I sat down with the creators of the new audio soap, Montecito. Grant Rudder, a former AfterBuzzer who I've known for 10 years. Do you know Grant Rudder?
I don't think so. Maybe by face I would, but no. Wait, but he's got some good talent. I saw like something written up about this.
Yeah, so I talked to him and his head writer, Andrew Pemberton Fowler. We talked for a long time. I welcomed him into the bosom of the audio drama world. And so Montecito started this last week, 2 episodes, 1 and 2, where you find your fine podcast. He has Crystal Chappelle, Vincent Irizarry, Mark Anthony Samuel. So if you're a fan of Felix, he's on that show. Rick Hurst is on the show. Like, no, he got some A-list talent on there. Kelly Tebow, if you're a big fan of Britt Westmore, she's on the show. Frank, I'll tell you after how you did all that, but I can't tell you on here. But it's all there. And it's out now. It's called Montecito. I listened to it. It's really good. It's the first 2 episodes. It's really good. And so we're welcoming them into the fold of all of our audio dramas. Because as you know, I started the trend in 2020 with Forever Today.
There you go.
And Miss Toll Road. We started first. So we're happy to see there's more on the. There's so many out there. And Frank's some of them with me. And there's a whole bunch out there. Tomorrow's a new day and Elegance. And I mean, there's a bunch out there. So check them out. But Montecito, that interview is, I think, Tuesday. And then on Thursday, your favorite and Frank's, Tammy Govea's Voices of Daytime. She sat down with Vincent Irizarry, and it's a great interview in person. It's an in-person interview, folks. So you'll see Tammy and Vincent together, and it's a great. We talk everything from Lou Jack to David Hayward, everything in between. So check that out on Thursday. So we have some great interviews, and I have some more actually coming up on some of my other shows too. We're working on JLJ Media is working on full cylinders right now, full cylinders.
Bring David Hayward over to GH.
I know. So I should tell you that. Bold and Beautiful's out. It's a very high octane episode. I'll say that. We just put together. It's me, Candace Mack, and Amanda Rust. Tammy Govea's on assignment, like literally on assignment. So she wasn't there. There's no wine on our show today. We can do that. So there's no wine on our. But all 3 shows will be back in 2 weeks after this. We'll be back. Also after this, my chocolate twin, Tony Moore, is back, and Just Some Days will be back today. Also, they went to that walk yesterday that Martha Madison and Dan Furgel was part of for pancreatic cancer. They did the whole walk yesterday in Santa Monica. So they will be they'll be talking about that today, I'm sure, also, in addition to the new writing on Days of Our Lives. That's at 3 o'clock over Audition Days. Tell them James sent you. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Vince's mom did pass. We said yes, he did. David, who's in the chat, just had a birthday. Happy birthday to you, David. And a fellow Taurian. A lot of Tauruses. Barbara Streisand had a birthday. My girl. We had all these Taurus birthdays happening, so I'm very excited. Mine's on May 10th, so send presents. Okay. That's all church nonsense, I think, Frank. That's all of them.
Yeah. Well, feel free to sing a little birthday song to all the birthday people.
On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. That's all you get. I don't own the rights. So that's
Angel.
Yeah, Angel. I don't own the rights. I can't do it. Sorry. Karen Carpenter. Oh, Richard has it. Richard has rights. Sure. So also, if you want to see me and Frank in another realm, we do the Andor after show on Thursdays live in the evenings, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. Me, him, and John Dumphy talk about Andor, and we like the first 3 episodes. So check it out. Thank you all the listeners. It was a huge hit this weekend, Frank. We got lots of downloads. So thank you for listening to the show. We had a fun time talking about it.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what that's all about. I like it. I'm excited to see where it goes. The next few episodes go. All right, folks who are watching, come on in. The water's fine. Come on in. We'll be okay. We'll hold each other. We'll be okay. Frank, I was trying to decide where I want to start. There's so many places we could go. And there were a couple of surprises this week. I have to say, again, they surprised me a couple times this week. So I'm going to go with the storyline that gave you surprises this week.
Ooh.
I'm going to start this sentence. I want to start our conversation with Frank. I want to say that anybody's listening in earshot, anybody who's here, anybody, I don't know who's here in the meeting, give Rick Hurst whatever you need to keep on the show.
Well,
he is amazing, Frank.
Montecito's got him now, so
10 episodes, only 10 episodes. But I'm like, what brilliant work he gave to me this week, several times, three different times. I mean, and this guy is laying in a bed. He is laying in a bed, and he's giving us good soap from the bed. It's like, it didn't matter who they brought in the room, Frank Moran. I enjoyed every exchange with each of them. When Ava came in, with her new fucking jack coat and fur coat, and he was like, okay, girl, you calm this down. And you kind of calm that down. And then when Alexis came in, that whole thing was wrong. And then when Diane came in, Molly at that one point with Molly, I don't care about that part. But when he was with those three, like those set of scenes from his bed, Like gave us Frank. Let's get into that. What are you thinking?
Uh, well, this bleeds very well into the Alexis stuff as well, because it's like, I mean, Rick certainly. I would feel like if somebody, even if I was not the true intended target, but somebody tried to kill me, I almost died.
Yeah.
I would,
Hello.
yeah. I'd be down for like, hey, especially for somebody that I already wasn't a fan of, and also was my brother's daughter, who I'm
Yeah.
also not a
Yeah.
big fan of. Just so many reasons that Rick wants to see her pay.
Yes.
And only Ava saying like, "Oh, hey, but we can get money.
I,
We get all this great money."
I, I,
He's like, "Well, all right, but I don't like it, but all right, I will happily, get my beak wet, I guess."
yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Right. Exactly. They did too. She got to close the door. I was like, oh god, I climbed on top. Come on, Ava.
Oh, hello. Which, hey, great. I like to see
Loved
that.
it. Loved it.
Great to see Ava just, feeling herself again, or
Oh my
just
god.
wanting to get that Maserati. And he's like,
Oh my
Maserati,
god.
what are you doing? This is
I was laughing at you. Like a Maserati. Like, she goes, I have money left over. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, oh my god. But he was smart. He told her, let's not do all this. Return everything and let's put it in the offshore account. It's like just take care. It's like let's take care of ourselves first. But he's like, I'm keeping the coat. It's like, okay, I'm keeping the coat. I just to me, just very entertaining. You guys, I give my chance. It's very entertaining, just hilarious.
uh,
Yes.
to then just when that,
Woo!
the supposed truce between him and Alexis just crumbles
Oh,
and he just lays into her.
he did. He did.
Oh, just like
Oh,
you're
delicious.
smug. I like to just
Well,
see.
because she got a little attitude at first. Like she was kind of like, "Oh, so you're in on this, right?" But he was like, "She tried to kill your daughter. Tried to kill you." What do you call it? He called her some kind of name. It was like she tried to kill me. Like hello. I'm laying in the fuck. Like he's like, I was just like, her audacity to give him any kind of attitude was like he knew. And he said, but he knew. He knew. He's like, you know. So when he went back at her, it was just like, what makes it the bonus was just watching you have to see your smug face and blah blah have to steal money from a kid. When he said that, or from a child, I'm like, oh my god, to protect and how you always. It's like we have to give me one thing that I did give her a family and lots of love or blah blah. He goes, sure, okay. I was laughing. He's like, okay, sure. But the fact that she was self righteous at first, he had to. He was very right to tear her down. Lunatic daughter. That's what it was. Lunatic daughter. You're a lunatic daughter trying to kill me. Like I mean, that's kind of serious. It's like Alexis. I mean, he didn't do anything. He was minding his own business.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And then always, nice to see him throw some shots at Diane and him just picking up as she left. He's like, "Oh, nice try, Diane."
Well, she goes, Richard. I love she goes, Richard.
Yes.
And she tried to play it up, but Diane's really smarter than that. She's off her game a little bit because he was like, nice try, Diane. Like, nice try. Because when she said, you have to give Lexus some, what do you say? Some, what's the word? You guys know the words. But either like ease up on her or something she said. He's like, why? And she's like, oh. He's like, oh, did I say that? I was like, oh, Diane, you fucked up. So now he really so he knows they're all Molly's gonna die. Molly's gonna be the ones to be like, what the F? Everybody knows something. They all know something. But they're not telling her. She's gonna be the ones who go off on everybody.
It's uh I Alexis just being so dumb. Just
Oh
so
my God. I know.
that like I thought it was like, hey, this is such a smart route that Diane's come up. Just commit Christina. Yes, she will understand if you tell her that this is going to save her, that everybody knows. Yes, and this is a way to protect her, but no. So then this all just comes out in the worst way possible. So
Which I was shocked. Frank did not see that coming. But when I saw Diane put the thing and said the new look right when she put it and said wrote Davis on it, I thought someone else was going to find it, or maybe Alexa was going to find it. Go, oh my god, you didn't. But when they bumped purses and knocked over stuff. I didn't see. I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, oh my God, Molly gets it. I thought maybe Christina would find it for like she come to the office and find. Like I did not see that coming, Frank. I really didn't see that coming. And then she went straight to Christina. I didn't see that coming either. I thought maybe she'd go to Alexis and confront her mother. No, she went straight to Christina.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, and this is Christina. Where's my paper? I need some paper. You're reenacting it. Looks like it's paper. She was like, what?
Why would she ever want to do? I mean, I'm better now.
Yeah, I bet, yeah, I bet. She's the best sister ever compared to Donna, what she says. And Dante, she's the best sister ever. I was pleasantly surprised that they went that. I really didn't see it coming. So it's kind of like, I'm like, wow, they're really good. So now we see next week. I guess they confront Alexis together.
I mean, Alexis Hatfield has no choice now. She's just gotta like kind
Right, right. What's she gonna say? What's she gonna say? I mean, they're gonna come out of her both barrels going, what the fuck? And Alexis, oh my God, Alexis says, because you tried to kill Rick. Oh my God, Molly's gonna be like, oh my, because they did the whole soap thing where we're sisters, we're happy sisters. It's gonna blow up so hard. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
but
It's gonna be
it's like given everything that Alexis is like now
yes.
facing for this, Molly knowing the truth is like the least.
Yeah, I know, I
I
know.
mean, yes, Christina put her dad in hospital, but I mean, he wasn't the intended target. Yes, he paid the price, but
Yes.
comparatively against everything else, like Molly knowing, like, oh, your dad's in the hospital, but he's fine. But yes, it was terrible, but he was not the intended target. But it was your sister. Compared to all of this, it seems like the least of Alexis's worries at this point. Oh, just like blow the lid,
I
Alexis.
hope they do. I hope they do because I'm like, because it did, like I said, it took some turns I didn't expect, and I was like, okay, I'm here, I'm good. That's good. Let's move it along, right? Frank it all about pacing. We're all about pacing. So I thought that's very cool. They're not wasting any time because I'm liking on the side note because this is part of it. Oh my God, Cody getting kicked in the chest by a horse is hilarious. And the whole thing with him and Molly was hilarious. It was hilarious. I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was fun. It was playful, and it set up for her having to go. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good, and it was. I think they're cute together. So I'm liking it.
Yeah, I am digging it. So it's they're kind of taking their time with it. It's one of those things like let's just of course it's GH, so they're gonna throw some monkey wrench
Of
in
course.
there just as they get closer to being like, oh no, we can't be interested. We can't.
Yeah.
We get
Yeah.
some misunderstanding, and we don't know how each other feels about each other. That's fine.
Yes. No, but I like it. Just want to say on the side, I like that. But yes, I was very pleasantly surprised. So back to the thing. I'm glad that Rick stood up to Alexis. I'm glad that everybody kind of knows what's going on. And Rick's actually having like this kind of change of a little bit. He's like, you can see he's kind of conflicted, which is a different kind of Rick. Right? Because I know somebody in chat was like, I'll never feel sorry for Rick after you did to Carly. But Daisy Flower, again, this part wasn't his. I mean, I guess it's karma for you. I guess it's karma. I guess. I guess for you. I guess. But I'm just like, Christina's crazy. It's a train wreck. Two wrongs don't make a right. Christina is a train wreck. She really is. And now she's acting all goody goody all of a sudden. And close to Dante, close to Donna, being a good sister, and like, but you did what you did. It's already the pain. Elizabeth's at home. Henrika, once she finds out, it's like that's Lucky knows what's going on. Like, and I say this whole thing is it's going to explode. It's going to explode. And like
And
you said, go ahead, go ahead.
I said I feel like it's sadly like real life. Like I understand people not liking Rick after what he did with Carly.
Yes,
It's totally. I mean, the show's been straight with that. Where like Carly, it's still she's not like, oh Rick, that was just a wacky thing in the
right,
past.
no, right.
Carly is still just like, you are
Oh,
trash, Rick.
yes,
But Elizabeth, I mean, she saw Carly crawling out of
yes,
that
she
hidden
did.
room,
Yes,
and
she
she still like if Rick would just embrace his better angels, I feel like that is real life where there's somebody that can hate somebody, but somebody else would be like, yeah, but there's still some
did.
stuff. It's still all right,
There was
Rick.
something there, right? Exactly. Oh my God, I love it.
And
But
Ava, I just like. for all of Rick's talk, like, hey, you got to, stash this, put it in a side, offshore account and stuff, return the stuff. And then she still goes back to Alexis. I need her 150,000. Don't ask me why. Just because I need it.
You're smart. You'll figure it out. I can just get them. You'll figure it out. Hey, remember, you're not in control. Remember that. As I walks out, I'm like, oh, Ava, now you're going too far. Of course, you're going too far. That's what Ava does. She goes too far. And I agree. Oh, John Duffy, this is the sexiest podcast I've ever seen. Oh, John. Oh, John.
Sorry, that's Andor's Thursday night, 7 p.m.
JLJ Media.
Pacific.
Yes, exactly. We love you. But no, here's the thing. I agree, East Coaster. TJ just gone. There is no mention of TJ. They're just, it's kind of weird how you just erased him. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. Just give me a line that he's somewhere else and working at another hospital. That'd be great. Yeah, that's all I need. All I need is a line. I don't need to see some farewells or anything like
No,
that.
I agree. It's just so weird. I agree with you. So he's just gone. So that's kind of weird. But I'm liking Molly and Cody. And I like this Molly. I like her. She has completely grown on me. I like her. I think she's pretty good. I think she's had a lot thrown at her. So I do like her on that. So that's really good.
And I can't think lastly that as like Diane has been constantly after Alexis to like you got to do this, and Alexis like trust me that I know the best what's going on. There's no way that Alexis can feel confident about any of that. Like
no,
Alexis, you from the get go, that was a stupid decision, and
yes.
look at all that stuff that's unfurling because of that.
And that's why Diane didn't throw it away. Diane didn't throw it away.
Yeah,
This way she do it. Ava always goes too far. Exactly what Doris. She always does. Always say she goes. But to me, it makes me laugh. But yes, she always goes too far. She always goes too far. So I'm not surprised. But I just thought again, overall, there's movement in the story, so I'm glad. So I don't want this going on too much longer. But there is movement. So I'm curious if this is gonna be the week. I'm really curious if this will be the week where it just comes out with the Davis girls, which I'm fine. I'm fine with that actually.
yeah,
I'm fine.
for sure. I mean, I still think commit Christina, do it. I feel like once you
Yeah,
talk to Christina and tell her why and everything that's
yeah,
happening because of this and the cover-ups and now that she's Alexis being blackmailed, it's
yeah,
like, commit yourself, Christina. Let's go. Let's do
yeah,
this.
yeah. Let's do it. I
Take
hope
your
I
time.
hope that's how it runs. It may not happen that way, of course. And she's
Ah,
mad at her and blah, blah, blah. But I'm hoping she's like, girl, and she's like, Molly, this is the right way. Like, I hope they can. Hopefully, what will be a great twist, Frank, is they all came together. Okay, got it.
yeah.
Yes, my father got hurt, but you weren't trying to go for him. I hate Ava too. Molly said, I hate Ava too. Okay, we're the Davis girls. We got to stick together. Best plan is you go away for a while. Like, just like let's do this. Like, let's
Yeah.
just like how the Davis girls work together. That would be a great twist. I don't know if they're going to do that, but that would be a great twist.
And yeah, I mean, certainly, I don't mind Molly being, very kind of like frustrated that her dad was hurt for sure.
Yeah,
But it doesn't need to be like, Christina, I'm abandoning you again as a
right,
sister.
right. Yeah, I don't need that again either. I don't need that either. I'm with you on that. I just some light. I didn't do it. I swear. No, it felt a little dark. It felt a little black. Um, but no, the sun's trying to come out. I guess I don't know what's going on. I'm having weird lighting issues in my house. Um, but anyway, so no, but I enjoyed this part of this one storyline. I actually did enjoy this week for the most part because I was like, okay, we got movement. There's stuff happening. So now next week, let's just knock it home. It's just like let's get it in there because to pull the rug over Ava would be kind of funny. To be like, dang it, it'd be kind of funny. So I think she'll be committed once something happens to Sonny. Well, there's that. Okay, so let's get to that. Let's talk about that storyline really quick because there's not really much to say. Just that Carly's on his side, and by his side. What about this? I'm not surprised. Are you surprised? I'm not.
No, no. I mean, they have a really solid relationship. I mean, they've got kids together.
No.
And it makes sense, for Sonny to have somebody with him. And I mean, great cover story by Carly. But like, hey, yeah,
Yes. Yeah. I was
we
good.
got
And Rick coming in.
yeah.
Your everybody's buddy, Rick. I see. I don't mind Stephen A. Smith. I don't. People don't like. I don't mind him, so it doesn't bother me.
And I liked as soon as it was done, like I've got a flight, I've got to
I
get
go Dubai.
yeah,
Bye.
he's got to go to Dubai. I'm like, what's going on, Brick? What a life you lead.
And Jennifer says, not all the upcoming exes need to be bloody. I agree. Yeah, no, I mean, just like, yeah, get some clean ones. So, I mean, so this person walks in behind Carly just that fast because she happened to walk over to Jason. He's going to be great. And all of a sudden she walks by him. But Sonny's eyes open. So, but apparently, but even before, I mean, the big part of that is apparently he's going to be okay. I thought for sure he was going to go another direction. So I'm like, that kind of like, okay, so that actually, I guess it's gonna be fine.
Well, depending on whatever gets injected, if it does get injected into him,
that's true, yeah.
or not. I mean, like certainly his eyes could open, but he also is just like, oh, I don't really remember anything, and I got injected, and who knows what happened.
Oh, that's true too. I didn't know
Uh,
that.
Interesting though, I thought like the whole Sidwell of it all, because yeah, like for him telling Sonny why he wants him still around, but yet, I mean, I thought like the way that Sidwell had been operating, that I could have bought that,
Yeah.
that excuse for him at the surface, but then the way he's been acting otherwise, it's like, nope, Sonny needs to be out.
Yeah, it's weird what they're doing. Like, please don't almost use my language. Fuck this character up, please. 'Cause I feel like right now they were doing a good job with integrating him into Port Charles.
Yeah.
He came on cartoonish, this big character, like, but now like they're selling him in. I'm like, don't mess this up, please, because I think the actor is really good. I think there's potential with the character. Now that you brought on, Marcos, now that you have Natalia, like, there's something there, and he has chemistry with everybody. I feel like the actor has chemistry with everybody. So I feel like let's not mess this one up, because you're right. I was confused too. I was like, but he's telling everybody, no, we need to send Corinthos out of here. I'm like, but I thought you want him here so he could kind of shield you.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, so which is like, so what? Yeah, what is? Are you lying to all? Are you lying to everybody? I mean, I guess that's what it is for him. But he's lying to everybody.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that was like the first time I was like, yeah, because
Yeah,
what I kind of liked about him is that, yes, I mean, he would kind of be coy about what happened in Africa. Like, oh,
yeah.
well, there were, we have different ways, opinions of that.
Hilarious. Yes.
You know, uh, but he would never, I mean, like even Musashi would, he'd be like, I don't want you to lie. Just tell everybody the truth of what
Yeah.
happened. So, for him to kind of having two different ways that he's talking about Sonny, it's like, oh, all right. So which is the real deal? And I assume it's him wanting Sonny gone is the real deal. Otherwise, we
Right.
wouldn't see this lady with the syringe at the end of Friday's episode.
And I love how, so it's going to Sidwell because he's in several things. What I love about Sidwell is he, again, doesn't care. He's a character who's like, I don't care. Hi, Mayor Collins, how are you? He's like, talk to my, he don't care.
Yeah.
He kept on talking. You can say what he don't care. He keeps talking, Congressman K, blah, blah, blah. He don't care. He just talks to anybody, says what he has to say. And he kind of was threatening in a way. I'm telling you how the way he did was very clever, but he was kind of like, you better watch out. Basically, it's a couple of people on the show, I mean, he's trying to play close to the vest, like he's not, like he's the friendly neighborhood ice cream man or something. But it's like, no, we know you're somebody bad. We know you're bad. Because he would tell Alexis, and Alexis basically kind of threatened her, so to speak, kind of like, girl, hire my son, bitch. That's kind of like that's kind of what he said, right? He kind of, it was kind of like there was an implied something was in there, and she kind of stood there like, But he went to her.
And he just stayed in that office.
Yes, he did. He didn't care. He was still sitting there. I was laughing when he was still sitting there. I was like, oh my God, he just sat there. He was holding a book or something. He just sitting there. I'm like, oh my God. He's just like, oh my God. Because I guess, I mean, I'm glad they brought this up because, yes, in a normal situation, you wouldn't bring up your parents. And he's like, I'm glad they kind of said, it's like, you fed everybody's parents. I started laughing. I'm like, oh my God. And they're like, of course not. But it's like, it's very interesting. They end up hiring Marcos anyway, but it was kind of like, which we knew they would, obviously. But it's just kind of like, But he was still like, yes, my son will be working for you guys, basically. That's basically what he said. He didn't care. And Alexis said, I come from a family that, a little questionable. I'm not trying to hold it against anybody. It's like, that's it. And then, oh my God, I mean, his tentacles, this is kind of funny. His tentacles, I mean, because he have deception. and that whole thing too. And Sidwell doesn't care. I don't fucking tell you, he doesn't. He's not care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Anyway, so back to Mayor Collins. So he has the Mayor Collins stuff because he's kind of involved in that. And he got old girl. Home girl is now is in. You got Jordan now
Yeah.
as his person, and I kind of like that. We're giving Jordan some story. I like it.
I like that. I mean, again, you know, yeah, it makes sense given like Jordan gives her something to do. But
Yes.
I mean, for her to be expecting that she's going to be the person, because I like the Isaiah going like he's been doing this for decades. Do you think that and he's never been caught? Do you think you're going to be the
Yeah, I'm going. That's right, motherfucker. I'm going to be the one to catch him. Yeah,
yeah, I'm like Jordan, you're not going to be the one to catch him. You're not. Don't worry. That won't
Frank.
happen.
Everybody knows it's Frank. I'm the naysayer. I'm like, good. Go on, Jordan. I'm going to get. I'll bring him down.
Like, that's not going to happen. And now, Isaiah and Jordan are broken up now because of it. So,
Well, because they have to. Because he has to do this for real.
yeah.
Got to be for real.
But I don't know why that also doesn't make sense for me why they can't be together because yes, they could, but just because her and Isaiah were together even publicly and Sidwell saw them. I mean, Jordan could easily say like, "Hey, I'm my own person." Isaiah may have your feelings with him, but I have, I'm working with you. I have my own thoughts on you, and we may disagree on you, but we're still making everything work. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like I don't know the reason why they need to break up. I mean,
I'm fine with it. And here's the thing. They all blasphemy, Frank. Here's the thing. Blasphemy. What did Frank say was blasphemy? I want to know. What did he say? What did he just say? Um, I like it because it gives Jordan a story. Shit. And also, and for my thing is, I think it'd be hilarious if Sidwell and Jordan got together.
sure, why not?
Why not? He's beautiful. That's what I'm saying. I keep going, why not? They go, do you think Sidwell will fall for Jordan? That's what I'm saying. What if something more happens? Because again, I love that she talked to Anna. They actually talked about it. So Anna kind of knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Remember they're friends. So I'm glad that she knows that Laura's in on it. I'm glad they all kind of know. I like that. That was a nice surprise. I know she's going to tell Anna, so I'm glad he did. But like she said, you know, I you know, I've done undercover work before. It's a whole thing. That's why she believes in this. But also, she believes that Sonny Corinthos has been getting away with stuff. So I'm glad that there's some truth. There's some truth in what I said. I love Laura. I respect her, but there's some truth. So I kind of like that's in there. That could grow, Frank, if they write it correctly. I don't know. It could grow into something, and that's why Anna couldn't say anything. She was kind of like, no, I respect Laura. I was like, no, I respect her, but I'm just like, but I do differ on this for real.
Yeah, which true, but all of a sudden, like, okay, Jordan, good luck with that when you're working for Sidwell, who at least, for what we've been shown of him in the show, also not a great guy. So good job. Good job, Jordan.
Yes. But it also, like Crystal says, then Curtis is still around too then. Her and Curtis have had a lot more scenes together. And when she told Curtis to stop, she just stop. But he's asking those questions, just stop. I can't answer you. I'm gonna tell you a lie. You don't like lies. I'm paraphrasing. But I think I I'm kind of glad that they have more story too. That Curtis is in several stories kind of. So I'm kind of like this. And the fact that Jordan she was like, oh, I gotta sit across Drew. I know he's not your favorite person. And blah, blah. And she sucked it up.
Yeah.
She did her job and she was just like, okay. He's like, okay. I don't think he completely buys it. He's not dumb. But it's like, okay. He's like, okay, you can go along with this. I'm like, I'm literally finally excited for a storyline for her. I'm curious to see where this goes. Because I can see it all being all messed up too, which, that's good soap also, right? I mean, it could be all fall apart. She's in over her head. Who knows? But I love it. I actually love it.
I do as well. Again, this is like for me, long-term results will depend on the pacing of this.
Yeah, I agree with
Because
you.
like an undercover thing like this in real time is going to take years to be
Yeah.
able to kind of really ingratiate herself truly into Sid Wells, so he feels like truly close enough to her to open up about, or that she would be brought into more kind of unscrupulous parts of the operation or his actions. So I don't need that to take forever on this show. You got to go faster than like years of waiting for something like that to happen.
Hey, I'm gonna counter this for you, Frank. Point counterpoint.
I love it.
What if it turns into like an Alexis Sonny situation or a Diane situation where she's one of the good girls, but then she gains a soft spot for Sidwell and does kind of get in. And for years, maybe it turns out she goes, maybe she's like, you know what, I don't mind him. Like he's actually, he's like, I think anything's possible. I think if they write it right, this could be really interesting relationship for her, a good turn for her. I think.
Yeah, I mean, then if you do that, then I feel like that at some point there needs to be a scene where Sidwell does, like either Sidwell learns that this was all really undercover. You need to have that beat, I feel like, where
I
the
agree.
truth about why Jordan really joined Sidwell is kind of revealed, and they can get past it, and they get, it's one of those classic things like, I thought I was coming in here to take you down, but I really
Yes,
so fond of you.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's
Exactly.
just kiss and make up about it.
That's how you and I did. I mean, that's how it
That's
works.
right.
You thought you'd come in and infiltrate AfterBuzz TV, and then that's it. No, but no, I'm with you, Frank. Really, I'm saying, if written correctly and written in a great, interesting way, we could get something interesting out of this, actually, and give Jordan a really good story. I mean, that could resonate with, because she is connected to Anna and to Laura and to Curtis. This could really work, I think, on some level.
Yeah.
And then with Deception, it's really funny because you got Congressman Boyle, who I'm loving, Daniel Cosgrove, because you can tell he is loving this role so much.
Oh,
He's having the time of his life, Frank.
just that tie play. Just
The
that.
time all the time. I thought when he did it again, I was like, oh my God, Frank's right. But he's chewing the scenery. He's chewing it. He's hungry. But I'm loving it. I love that he's a Boyle in their sides. So him trying to talk to him and Tracy, because this is like a little offshoot. We'll go back to say a little bit. It's an offshoot kind of, because it's all tied in with Drew Kane. It's tied in with Sonny. And it's all tied in. So it's really interesting. That it's very much like he's like coming to, and Tracy's like, I'm not dumb. You are an idiot. Like, I'm not a fan of yours. However, she's tired of Sonny too.
I feel like maybe this is a better execution of what happened like post Sonny beating up Cyrus and the
Yes.
fallout that happened with, even like Laura and
Yes.
Sonny. Uh, I feel like this might be a better iteration of this where, we're still playing true to like, hey, yeah, it's also because Sonny was not, I supposedly his medication was off at that point. So it
Yeah.
wasn't really, true Sonny, and by his own, because of Valentine screwing around. It wasn't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Sonny
Yeah. Yeah.
deliberately chose to do that. So but like this where like, Laura does acknowledge, yes, the conflicts between her and Sonny, but also the connections that she's not hiding, away from any relationship she ever had with him. But still, regardless of that, the public perception of it. And I do like that Tracy's like, hey, I want to tell you straight up. It's like, you know, I'm siding with this guy because he wants to get rid of Sonny. And maybe you should, think about this as well if you want to stay mayor.
I like that there's interesting layers between Laura and Tracy. A lot of unspoken stuff, spoken stuff. So whenever they get together, it's very interesting,
Yes.
because like, it's a complicated history, but it's also a shared history of some sorts. And like, so I like when they get together, and you could feel it when they're sitting across from each other, that they respect each other because of Luke. There's a whole Luke thing and Lulu and all that kind of stuff. But there's like they are different people, and they've been in this town a long time. Both of them have, so it's kind of like, okay. And for Laura, they share a grandchild. She does care about Sonny. He's been a part of their. That's why Lucky likes Sonny. They've been a part of each other's lives for so long because of Luke. But I just love that Congressman Boyle is he's just crazy talk in there, just in the ear. and Kane and Drew Quayne Court, whatever his name is, it's just like he put his back on. He's like, okay, boy, come on, let's do this. Like, let's do this. And I love it. And so I'm gonna spill over. We'll get back to Sidwell in a second because I want to spill it over to this one little part that I kind of liked.
Oh,
That's interesting, but I'm ready for it to end also. Because I think actually Brad this week said something to Portia when Portia hightailed it over to Drew's house. Is I don't really care about this whole Kai storyline. I think I just don't really care. I don't have any feelings for it whatsoever. Lose his life, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But I like the fact that because Portia is so done with Drew, she's so done with him. She's like so done. It makes me kind of chuckle. So she go over there and he's like, well, let's just tell Curtis. Let's just tell Curtis. And then Curtis comes, of course, shows up. I chuckled. I knew nothing was going to come out, but I need this part to start. I need this part to change. I'm not sure, Frank. I mean, putting Nina and Portia together, I don't mind that. I'm not sure about this whole prostitute thing.
Yeah, I will admit that the potential that I thought this Nina Portia pairing could have so far is not paying off in the ways that I had hoped. So, I mean, at least I did like their talk where Portia was honest, like, well, I see what that gets for you if all Drew gets caught
Yes.
with this, but what does that do for me?
Yes.
And even
Nina's like,
that's right. There's no way that Nina can spin it anyway. That he's like, well, he gets so frustrated, he just goes to DC.
yeah, I know.
He forgets about you.
Yes, that was hilarious. She had to think for a second. She was like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, maybe it get better. I don't know. Yeah, East Coast, I'm with you. The prostitute angle seems a little lame. The actress is pretty. I like her. She's all, let's just not sugarcoat it. I'm a sex worker and I'm proud of it. That's right, girl. She's proud of it.
It also just seems that like it went from like 0 to 60.
It did totally.
Where like there's Ezra just chatting her up right there at the Metro Court, and we're like, huh?
Yeah.
Where did this for somebody that I guess Nina has had to throw out several times? We've never seen her before.
Oh.
And it's like I would have been, and I'm just like, if you want to do that, let's slow player in the background. You don't have to put a light on her, but like, oh gosh, yeah, I've seen her in the background of the Metro Court for like the past, month or so. Like, oh, okay, yeah, she's been around. No, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of crazy.
Well, this is gonna cost you extra if I'm gonna take pictures with this. I'm not gonna be safe. I see movies. I know what happens to people with my position.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I mean, hi guys. I liked how Tracy told Laura, even though she never liked AJ, and she was upset that Sonny killed her nephew. She did bring that up. I forgot about that. She did bring that up.
Yeah,
about that Sonny killed her nephew.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, and I feel like that was again more for Monica's, like,
yeah, I agree. You're right. She did say that.
Yeah, that relationship, because I feel like the way that Tracy interacts with her is of similar nature to like Stella. It's interesting to feel like there's Tracy, people that Tracy are clearly affectionate for, and then there are people that Tracy respects as well. And then there are people that Tracy just can't stand, and she'll just go full quartermain on them. She doesn't care. And so I feel like Laura, it's interesting, just how she relates to Laura, and I like how that's just a little bit different than she relates to other people on the show.
Yeah, I agree with you. But Drew, of course, is just feeling his oats and everything. And I mean, again, I don't care about the storyline. I don't care about the Kai storyline. To me, I don't care that Trina's worried. I don't care. I just don't. It does nothing for. I'm not attached to him. We've never seen any of his family or nothing. There's not even a day player coming on as his parents. Like there's been nothing. It's just the weirdest storyline. It's like, and so I'm thinking it's all about Drew, though. It's all about if he succeeds, he owes Drew something. I feel like that's what's happening, right?
I think so. So for you, what do you think will happen with Kai's surgery, and what would you want to happen with Kai's surgery?
I would say let's just go ahead and kill Kai. Bye. I'm sorry we had you on the show, and let's give Trina a real storyline. I'm dead serious. I just don't. I don't care. I don't. The introduction of the character, everything has just been wrong, and I'm like, I trust me. I wanted a young love story for her and that kind of stuff. It's all to me. It's all wrong, and it's not even. And it's so focused on him and how heavy it is, and I'm like, but I think they're propping up Drew though. So I think because they're like, well, if something goes wrong, Drew, what are you going to do? And he's like, you don't care. I'm like, but if it goes right, I think if it goes right, then he will owe Drew this whole big deal. How's Drew going to collect? And then he plays football again, and then does he hurt himself? Get paralyzed? I'm just like, I don't know this story. Jim, what is it going to make you care about this Kai storyline? Nothing. I don't see chemistry between him and Trina. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. And there's no attachment. He's not attached. East Coast is correct. He's not attached to nobody.
Yeah, I mean, it's if Kai had it was in some way connected to something that was of importance to Drew.
Yes. Yes.
And so, giving Kai the ability to play football again, so Drew could get back, like you're saying, like something that mattered to him. Great. But since
Yeah.
Kai has no really other attachments to any, it doesn't even have to be any one, but even some objective. And there's nothing, I mean, unless the show's waiting to reveal that Kai has some secret connection to something that we never knew about, but Drew did the whole time. For me, I want the surgery to be a botch, and then that's going to really just show everybody what if Drew is really going to be there for Kai, or he's just going to abandon Kai. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either. I just think. I mean, I just feel like he's gotten a major story, and that's good for him. I guess that's great. But again, we don't see no parents, not
Yeah.
even a recurring role like a parent, a father, or a mother that shows up. I'm like,
Well, because like James, they say something like that happened to a child in your life, and some person, whether it be a politician or somebody of financial means, said that they had this great doctor and
right.
that they're gonna pay for the surgery. Wouldn't you, as a parent, regardless of the age, whoa, I want to talk to this person as well,
Yes,
especially for like an 18, 19-year-old.
yes.
Like,
I'd run. Presumably, I'm paying for college. I'm assuming, unless you got a scholarship, I got a scholarship a little bit. But I'm like, yeah, I want to know what's going on. I
yeah.
at least a father who maybe pushed him into football and wants. I mean, I want to see some kind of point of view on that side, and then maybe they're related to somebody. I'm not even saying like biological. Maybe they're connected to somebody else on the canvas. Give me that, and then I can start going. Oh, okay, to start to because kind of just got together. Kai and Trina just got together. This is very immediate. I mean, I have no investment in them because it's just they went on a couple of dates and now I mean, like now it's this whole thing. She's all worried and oh my god, if he was a Ward or somebody connected to the show, that would have worked for me.
Yeah. Kai Ward.
Mean, they're saying if Kai was a Quartermain or via Justice or Maya or any of them, then it would have been an automatic attached to the family. Judy says football is life. Football is life isn't a personality. I think he will be paralyzed and Drew will want to spy on Curtis and Portia. I don't know. I mean, we seriously. I seriously don't know what his purpose is. I just don't know. I feel like he was brought on for Trina, but they've expanded him to other stories, kind of. So it's kind of like, well, then what's? I don't. Now, these folks, if you ever watched my daytime today, which I think it's at 1,000 views now, I asked, does Trina have a story? My G story deeds. I said, Trina have a story. I feel like all the other actors of her age range have a story, except for Trina.
No, that's very true.
They all do.
I mean, Trina's just a reactor. Like,
Yeah. Right. Right. It's just there's no thing. I mean, even Gio has a story basically coming up.
Yeah.
But she has nothing. We don't see her Ava. We don't see her Ava that much. We don't see her at the gallery that much. It's like give her something to do. It was kind of like it's just Kai's parents come out of the woodwork. That'd be great. I mean, again, I don't care. I mean, I mean, I can always be turned around if the writing is good, the acting is good, and you give me some story. I'm here to be turned around. Like Tony says, my chocolate twin always says, I'm here with open arms. But I am. I'm here to change my mind, please. But so far, they have not.
No, it's tough for it's I think it's hard for the show to expect us to care about stuff when they haven't given us reason to care. Like if you want us to care about Kai and how and the stakes of this and his involvement, then you gotta lay some groundwork in for us to be like, yeah, got it. So
Yes.
yeah.
So I don't know. So that's enough. So I'm tired of it. I'm talking enough of this story. We're talking more about the story that I even care about. So we'll see what happens. What's next? Um, so I'm interested because Deception, going back to Sidwell and all that. So Deception is still in. They've been giving us Deception stuff, and you got Lucy, we got Maxie, we got Brooklyn. They fired Homegirl, brought Sonny in, and fired Natasha. And she was like, after everything I've done for you. I'm thinking, but bitch, you just told on him to your husband, your ex-husband.
Yes.
I was like, if you knew you just did that, you wouldn't be walking out of there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When she said, I was like, wait a minute. Are you like, are you trying to get smart with Sonny? I stood up at the TV like, is she trying to get smart with Sonny? After everything we've been through. Like, and Sonny was like, bye, bitch. Like, no. Like, cause I mean, that's when and Maxie was like, I get it at first. I saw him. She didn't know he was coming through the door. It was kind of shocking. And he goes, it was just too late. And then it's like having, it's like, no, girl, you should have said that after the shock, you should have said something.
Yeah.
That, folks, that's my ex-husband. What is he doing here? Like, what is he doing here? Like, it could be the whole thing, but they're like, we can't have you here, bitch. Bye. That's it. She's out. And
It's
tried to go to Marco, and Marco's like, sorry, bitch, you're a bad mother. Next.
like that scene went like it was interesting. Like she rushes to go see him at GH and like then that scene just stopped and went nowhere. We never saw it again. That was like they had a whole like whatever conversation happened. We never saw it. Like
Oh,
that's I still feel like in this new iteration, like still Natalia is like she really at this point is serving no purpose, and that's a shame. Like if you're gonna give Sidwell and you're bringing in Marco, you're kind of starting to build it up, and yet Natalia is really getting nothing still.
right.
So
She'll lose her 10 times over. She just keeps losing. So, Marco is starting to set his mark in there. And, he talked to Lucas. I guess they'll be fine. And he talked about Allie and kind of told his story to Lucas. Lucas kind of, wow, that's kind of. So, I mean, so Natalia is such an unlikable character. I was curious, what is their plan with her?
it's tough because like before, like with Deception, it gave her people to be around, but now that she's fired from there, she's estranged from her son. Like, I mean, Sidwell's only really her only there to help possibly foster a closer relationship with Marco. But otherwise, like Sidwell wants nothing to do with her. He's got his own baggage from his relationship, his previous marriage with her. So I don't know. I don't know, which is a shame. It's like what I thought we were going to get. I thought this is going to be a reason we're going to start seeing some more scenes with Natalia, some heat coming on her, and no, she just gets fired, she gets dumped, and then whatever.
Right. I don't, yeah, Joanne, I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't serve a purpose either. So I'm just curious. And there's those pictures of her with her kids that were released. So I don't know if Allie's coming back. I don't know what's going on there. But Natalia is a character that I just think was been written wrong from the very beginning. I think on paper there was something there. It just didn't come together. So I don't know. And because I love Eva LaRue. I love Eva LaRue. I mean, I think she's great. She's a great actress. That's all. That's the whole point. She's an Emmy-winning actress. I just wish the material served her better.
I mean, it's a tough character to bring in somebody who, doesn't approve of her child's sexual identity.
Both their children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean, at the time, we only knew of the, I
Right.
guess
Right.
really the one. So that's tough, and I feel like you need some if you want to tell that story, I think you need to give it the time that it deserves and have hard conversations. There's some nuance, make it I mean real as possible. Like that many people have had people we've known, people just in the world have had these conversations with their parents. And I just like this her introduction just didn't have that, and they just didn't really develop any time to do that.
Yeah,
So
so I think when somebody said in the chat, I think I kind of agree with them. Maybe she becomes a villain, just a straight out villain. Maybe her and Sidwell they grudgingly work together against Sonny. She told Sonny's business, so I mean he knows it. So Sidwell knows what's going on. So is it again? It goes back to is Sidwell the one trying to get something like? Oh, we don't know. So it's like a whole thing. He's claiming it isn't him, but there you have it. So I'm like, maybe she becomes an all-out villain,
yeah,
and that's it. I mean, it just goes. She goes, fuck it. And it's because a villain and sides with him, and maybe again, I'm ready. I'm ready. Give me something. Give me something good with her. I mean, I'll things can be turned around. It's nothing. Nothing is like dead in the water. Things can be turned around. So any kind of good writing can be turned around. So I don't know.
yeah, yeah. Well, true. Well, I mean, and if they wanted her to go like full villain and side with Sidwell, then they would need to lay a little groundwork into that relationship because Sidwell was not thrilled with her. He really laid into her when he first started, like, "Oh, what you did to her,
Yeah.
you
So
blew."
maybe jumped at somebody, yelled at her. You will never. I'm like,
So,
oh,
yeah, we would really need to have some scenes that dive into what went wrong, what happened,
yeah,
how that affects everything in the present day as well. So,
yes.
and given the way that they've treated her, I don't know if those scenes would come.
I know. I would hate for them to just put her in the back burner and just be like, she comes out every once in a while as a talk to DeMarco. I mean, I would hate that. I mean, I would hate for that too. I mean, I don't want that to happen. So I hope that again, I like Eva. I hope I know I actually know her. I hope that they give her something more. I mean, I think it's right now. I feel like they've done no favors for that character. I feel like
Sure.
there was some stuff they could have done that would have been really good. They didn't do it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
a bummer.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so I guess enough of that story. We're talking about storylines I don't give a shit about. Okay. The next thing is, I have to say, we opened the week up. And I want to mention this too. I actually enjoyed the Joss and Emma conversation in the dumpster.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was good to have, I mean, because it's been kind of weird their relationship with since the new
Right.
Emma came back, so that for them to just have kind of like, I thought you were this, oh, but I thought you were this, and
I didn't
like,
mind it. I didn't mind
oh,
it.
you know, it was fine, and I feel like I'm good to settle that, or at least put it, to some kind of bed, leading into. Because I mean, ultimately, we know that it's Joss because of her WSB mission is going to have to cut Emma's legs out to be able to get that internship for the summer. So, so there'll be plenty of friction that's going to come up because of that.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel the storyline either. I know a lot of folks hate it. I don't hate it. I'm just waiting to see how it unfolds. I'm waiting to see how it unfolds. I'm not sure if I like it or don't like it. Again, it's potential. There's totally potential with this. Well, I'm like, let's see what's going on. I'm just really curious. I have no clue what's gonna happen.
Uh, yeah, I mean that's a tough thing about having this storyline amidst everything else that's happening on the show as well. Is that depends on how much attention they're going to give this storyline.
Right.
So far we've seen Jocelyn just sneak sneak follow that doctor through the halls of GH and
Yes.
going into this room. So that's it so far. And we
Yeah.
know there's this internship coming up over the summer. You
Yes.
know, I mean, I feel like it's probably gonna be like, well, you know what, you both impressed me so much. I'm gonna have both of you be my intern this summer. A very unprecedented move because I feel like you need both of them to keep being involved in that storyline for it to be interesting.
I have no problem with Emma and Josh being frenemies and having to come together, take down whoever this person is, or whatever's going on. I have no problem with that. I could do that if it's entertaining. I can totally do that. I think, like A says, I think Emma and Josh will be front burners. Or I think will too. I think they're setting something up. So it's just so new. I'm not. I don't have. I don't have a big feeling about it. I'm just like it's new. It's just kind of like let's say I'm curious where it's going.
Yeah, because I mean, if you have Jocelyn cut Emma out and she gets the one internship for a freshman or for whatever her class is, then we only see Jocelyn over the summer doing this, and that's not going to be that interesting. So I feel like you need a way for both Jocelyn and Emma to be in the internship because then that's going to create more like Jocelyn's trying to spy on this guy, but not let Emma know that that's what she's doing. Uh, I feel like that's going to be more interesting than just Jocelyn by herself trying to uncover whatever this guy's up to.
I want to thank the 87 people who are watching us, Frank, today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we appreciate it. I mean, 87. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Anybody in the chat, we love you. Thank you. We'll see what's on that. I'm tired of that storyline too. Let's move on to the next one.
But didn't you like Emma's gum in her hair for multiple days?
I understand for multiple days. That's right. She had multiple days. I'll let you go, girl. So that just covered my hair. Like I like it. So I like it. It's very good. I like it. It was a cute exchange. I don't know. I liked it. They're softening Emma for me. So now I'm kind of like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. And having Anna worried, I like that too. That's something there too. And Felicia helping it. I like all of it. I like all of it right now. I'm okay with it. I'm just curious where it's going. So I'm just curious. I just don't know I can't see where it's going. I don't know where it's going.
Joss got to work at her little limp walk.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. When she was with Isaiah, it was like, you heard it. How was I just Easter Island was wonderful. Yeah, it was great. Like, well, I'm saying I don't. So if I was saying that Emma's working undercover, I just think that maybe they're going to work together. They just kind of work together. And that's kind of, I mean, and she won't know that Joss is undercover. Maybe they're both. I mean, who knows? I think there's something's gonna happen in there that's gonna end up working together. I think. But they showed a scene for this week though, at a club, and at the bar, and it's Emma and the professor and Miriam and okay, yeah, they're all there. So I'm like, interesting. And I said, will Emma find out Joss's secret job?
That's true. And who knows? Has Emma also been secretly
Right.
recruited? Who knows?
Right. Is she another one of those Jason people where it's like I have to pay off whatever I did, so they hired me? So I'm very curious. I'm down for all of that. If it's written well, I'm down for all of that. And so like Dave Five said, I think the professor has something to do with the past in California. Why not? So I don't know. I mean, it's just interesting. Who knows? I mean, we don't even know how long Daniel Goddard's staying on. We have no idea how long he's staying on.
6 years.
Oh, really? Did you say 6 years? Oh, I'm thinking. Oh, really? 6 years? Don't say Frank. It's not true.
It's gonna be a slow storyline, Jay.
Oh my God! I will jump off a building before that happens. I'm like Frank. I'm like that. Oh my goodness. But no, if written well, this could be a fun storyline. So that's what I'm going. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I mean, this could be a really good story. So I'm really curious. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, that's why I feel like, especially when you're coming up into the summer.
Yeah.
Kicking this, I feel like the show works best when you got to have some very different, some varying tones of storytelling. Some very uber serious, some that can be romantic, others that you can have like a light comic touch to. Some action and intrigue all mixed in there as well too. But I feel like whenever, so as long as everything's not like the same kind of tone where it's like the Jocelyn and Emma stuff could be like a fun summer spy caper romp.
Yeah.
Full of action and adventure, some thrills and chills, but it doesn't have to be like, oh, it's everything's so serious and you betrayed
I
me.
agree. I agree. I mean, I think that Jocelyn and Emma, I say they're kind of frenemy-ish or becoming friends, and the banter. I'll keep the banter. I'm in. I think it's good. I think that's a smart choice. It'd be kind of funny. So I'm gonna tell them. I'm just like, let's see. So I don't know, but I just want to say I'm enjoying it. So my arms are open to see what happens. Like Tony Moore, arms are open to see what happens.
I mean, and it's almost getting time for you to get back in your Speedo to welcome back the MetroCorp pool.
It's your pool. We'll be back soon. He does be back soon. Probably next month, folks. In May, probably. They pulled that. He paid a lot of money for that set. I mean, last year went to good use with that whole out the window. They used the F out of that set last year, Frank. They did.
And we got to give Gio another chance to
yes,
reclaim some of his dignity after that terrible screw.
Yes. Speaking of Gio, let's go to that tired storyline. I am so over this storyline. And the part that makes me upset the most, and I'm so sad about this, I don't like Lulu. The actress is good. I mean, sounds like I like her. But again, I'm realizing I must have never really been a fan of the character. I used to be a fan of the character Lulu years ago. It was Julie B. Berman, but they're writing her the Emmy Ryland way. So she got a job at the Landview Banner. Wanted to Live reference with Vicki Lord. I ain't gonna write about adoption, really. I'm like,
Well,
I'm sorry, I was on Brooklyn's side on this one. Just like this is just too much.
she pitched them three story, James, and that's the one they picked. I mean, what are you gonna do? Well, and plus we know that, like when we see her with her laptop and she's like documenting her like, her known things
Yes.
about this child of Dante's. Yeah, I mean, yes, the banner may have chosen the story out of three pitches, but she didn't decide to just write this. It wasn't one of her pitches for no reason. And
Right.
yes,
And she let's get Lucas over here talk about adoption. It's just like, I mean, first of all, Lucas is your cousin. He's your adopted cousin. Act like you don't know who he is. Like you know what he went through. It's just kind of like it's like I guess Lulu is a catalyst for change. I guess she right, like you said, she's a busybody. She's a nosy bitch. Maybe that's what she's supposed to be. She's a reporter. She's impatient. That's her. She's impatient. Same with so is Lucky. They're both impatient. Where they got that from? Um, and and she's just it's like Dante thought you were in a coma. He just lost one of the loves of his life, and all you can think about is yourself. You're in love with him. So now you're the tortured one. It just bugs me the way they write her. It's like, oh, I was like, ugh.
what was bugging me this week is when she first came back, it was all about, I've got to get a job if I want to be able to afford a place to be able to have my children live with me. And then
Yes,
she quit that deception job after just maybe like a month of working there.
yes,
And then all of a sudden now, she doesn't even have a real job yet. She just made pitches to newspapers to hopefully get a freelance writing job. But she's bought a house, or maybe she's renting, who knows? But I'm like, how did the heck did she get that deception job was not paying that well, as much as
yeah.
Tracy loved her. Come on.
I mean, I get. Let's break this down for a second. So I get it. Lulu was looking for something else to do with her child as she ran across information. So now Lulu feels like, oh my God, I'm holding this secret against Rocco, and I get that part. But it's none of her goddamn business. It's not her story. I'm sorry. You accidentally came across it. Oh well, that's not your. This is Brooklyn's business. It's her story to tell or not tell. It's like the whole way. It's her half brother, but and that don't mean anything. It's not your business. It's like, I see where she keeps thinking, God bless America. You're writing a story on adoption. Like, it's like you're torturing me. This was a hard decision, and Lulu seems like she kind of gets it, and then she doesn't like she gets it. Like it's like I just like I know it must have been hard, but then she's like, I don't care because I'm holding a secret because I want to like, but again, you're making it more than it needs to be on some level. It's her business. There's a reason why, like she said, you're not thinking about any of the consequences. Like, what if the kid hates him, Dante? And Dante just went through, it's like he's trying to go through this death of a person he thought he was going to be with. I love those scenes later with him and Jason and Danny and Rocco. That was very sweet. We were like, Sam would have loved this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is great. They talk about how they are a family. And I love that. Actually, I liked Lulu and Rocco's talk too. But that was very cool. Just like, I'm glad you're here, Mom. Like I've been wanting you to be here for so long. Yes, I like all of my family. And I thought, I love that. I thought that was just it's such a I was just saying those moments were very cool. So I was like, I liked that. But it's the other stuff of Lulu just bugs the crap out of me. And maybe that's the point. She's supposed to bug us because she's the reporter and everything. I just think Lulu wants to tell. She wants to tell so bad. And I'm like, but Lulu, this is so funny. It's gonna backfire on you. You know it is.
Yeah.
Not just gonna be like, you know what's gonna happen. Go Frank.
There was part of me that was like during that Lulu and Rocco talk where I also wanted her to say like, and this is yeah, I want Danny to feel welcome here too. I've got
Right. Me too.
where it's like where he's like, oh, I was gonna feel to be spending half your time away from them. Like, no, 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 Danny's always welcome here. So I never want you to. So I was wanting Lulu to do that. It's like, yes, you've got Sam raised your child while you were in a coma, and she
Okay.
gave you her, uh,
Whoa.
yeah, she gave you the piece of herself to so you could stay, come back to life. At least you
Yes.
could like offer to like, hey, if your son wants to come over, I will look out for him as well. In
Right.
addition to her real, his real father and all that stuff. But just like, yes, let me pay this forward in a sense.
I
Like,
agree.
no, Lulu, it's all that matters is that you're here and I'm exactly where I want to be.
It's no, I agree with you, and I think it just annoys me. Um, it feels like it's all about her. Everything is all about her. So I see why all the others just like got it, but I still stand by it's none of Lulu's business. It's not. And yeah, threatened did chase. Did threaten Lulu. And then you get the whole side thing about their own adoption, which Lois is like, there was no real adoption. What the f am I going to do? Like that made me kind of laugh, chuckle a little bit, because you knew it was going to happen, Frank. They're going to go. They're going to go. We're going to go to the same place you did ours.
Oh, so dumb. So dumb. But I felt like the whole reason that was said, that whole scene had to happen, is that Lois and her mom had to come up with a fake name for the place that
Yes.
closed down 15 years ago so that then Brooklyn could tell Lulu in their conversation like where her mom got the baby a long time ago. So now Lulu's gonna have that information, and she'll
Yeah.
research and find out like, oh, guess what? This place never existed. What do you
Exactly.
mean it never existed? Mom, you said, and then that's gonna start spiraling out more of the reveal. So I feel like in seeing it all play out, I feel like that all needed to happen so that Lulu can then stick her nose in further, find out that that was never a real
Right.
place for an adoption. And now Brooklyn is going to come back at Lois and her grandma, yelling at them about what's the real story.
It's at some level, I'm like, just let it out now. I mean, at some point, I'm just like, let's let it out.
I'd rather start Monday where Lulu's just getting off the phone, finding out it's fake, and then just go walking over to Brooklyn saying this is fake. So see you later.
And then Brooklyn's like, "Ma, where are you, Ma? What's going on?" Like she don't know. I mean, I almost like just let the secret come out. Let the secret come out. Let's just let it all come out.
Well, I mean, like when Nurse's Ball is what, like 2, 3 weeks away?
Yeah, yeah, that
Um,
too.
all right. I feel like yeah, we're pacing right up to that.
Yeah,
For
I think so too. I think something's gonna happen because Gio's gonna perform with Brooklyn helping him. I think something's gonna come out. So I hope so. I mean, we need some major stuff to happen. We need major fireworks to happen at the ball. So
do you want
I'm
Lois to be like revealing it on stage on a microphone? And Gio's your son. Oh.
or they over here backstage. You can't tell him that Gio is my son with Dante. And Dante's like, what?
Or we find out that Dante's got some llama allergy, and then Gio's got a llama allergy
Yeah,
too.
I know. It's yeah. I and some folks online were like, why are all the kids at certain things? They're like when it's Sonny's birthday, and all the kids were there. There's a whole thing about labor laws with kids. Only some can work on certain days. It was not nothing intentional. They had who they could have there. Um, it's just there's all kinds of laws when it comes to kids
True, and also budgets as
and
well too.
budgets, all that stuff. So it's very interesting. But yeah, I'm ready for this storyline to end too. Okay, what storylines am I missing? Am I missing anything?
Oh, don't forget. I mean, the one that we really should talk about is Drew and Willow, and Drew paying off the lady uh, to stop her from seeing Michael. Oh. Man, I want this to be Shiloh. I want this now to be
Me too.
Shiloh.
Now, everybody's saying, I'm going, I guess they're all crazy. I'm like, maybe you're not crazy. Maybe you guys are all up to something. It's like, because he was like, you want to talk to Michael? You can tell his face like, no. You're like, you ain't gonna know. And she's like, don't want to go by myself. I want to talk to him. He does love the kids. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna do something. And he totally did it. And I'm like, she's gonna feel so dumb when it all comes out. You know, it's all gonna come out at some point. And she's gonna feel so dumb. And I mean, I want wherever Michael is, I want Michael to come back guns blazing. You know, we got Carly in the background. I'm not saying when her and Nina had that little moment
Yeah.
and the moss. She was like, and Nina was like, "Come on, girl, we're on the same side." Was you like? You kept talking. I couldn't say nothing. You kept talking. You take a breath. I laughed so hard. It was so funny. She's like, she did kind of go off. I'm very curious how this is. I mean, just how this is going to play out because we have her telling Diane, "Go ahead and look for a date." Nina over here trying to get a prostitute. I mean, and then Willow over here wanting to talk to Michael and like make everything like let me make everything okay. Let's make everything okay. So let me tell you, when he and I talk, because Jason gave her great advice. He really did give her great advice. Go, because I went to Michael to see what's going on, and then it was like, So I mean, it's. I'm just curious. They're all trying to take him down, but I don't know what's I.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, who knows if it'd be wishful thinking if it was a Shiloh switch, but like just the reason that he's also just it would explain why he's just so immediately dismissive of anything that involves Jason. Because I
Right.
mean, yeah, he's no fan of Jason's from back as Shiloh either. So, like as soon as Will's like, I talked to Jason, you can't trust anything he says.
Like actually, you can. That's
Oh,
kind of the point.
yeah,
Actually,
and again, why Willow just I it shouldn't last too long because I feel like Willow will have to talk to Jason at some point about this as a follow up and say, like, "Oh, Michael wouldn't even see me," and Jason will be like, "Well, no, that's not true." So I feel like hopefully that,
yeah, right. It's gonna be because she may realize Jason goes, "How'd it go?" And he goes, "Well, you didn't want to see me."
yeah,
It's
like
like, oh, and Nina told Carly, "Oh, I found everything," until you start mentioning Nell.
yeah,
And poor bitch. I'm paraphrasing. Don't mention my daughter, bitch. That's low. And then she kind of goes, "Fair, okay." She's like, "Okay." Like you do anything you want, but don't mention my daughter, bitch. My other daughter. Don't even start. Don't even start. I'm
oh.
like, that's right, girl. Mm-hmm.
Well, and the way they write Willow, where it's like, I'm gonna do this. I need to do this by myself and go see Michael. Unless you think there's a reason I shouldn't. Isn't it like, oh, Willow, you make these moments where you're standing up for yourself, and then you immediately undercut yourself.
Because Jason, like Chartreuse, like Jason doesn't lie. Willow knows that. He doesn't
Yeah.
lie. And that's what I also liked when Jason and Sasha had their talk.
Yes.
He confronted her. He was like, "You took money from," and she's like, "Yeah, I did." She was like, "Excuse you." I love that Sasha was like, "Yeah," I thought it was payback for what he did to me. I was like, she was like, I thought it was the right amount. I was like, "That's right, bitch. You tell him." I'm like, she didn't apologize. She totally didn't apologize. She was like, "Yeah, I took the money."
Yeah,
I was like,
true. But also when Jason was
"Oh,
like, "Do you want everybody to know you did this?" And she was like, no.
yeah," but then she didn't lie. She was like, it was all because of her mother. I love they keep mentioning how much her mother was and how she was. She goes, I remember I was my mother too. I came to town thinking I was playing Nina's daughter. Like she's not playing a saint or anything, but she was like, yeah, I got some money for myself, But I think it's funny because she's fighting it so hard, and they're all telling her like when she and Olivia talked, you're part of the family. You're part of the family. Like
I
whether you like it or not.
I'm irritated by this because they've hit it on the head so many times, whether it's the Quartermain side or the Scorpio side. I can't stand another scene of somebody telling Sasha where Sasha said she's got to be independent, and everybody said, "Well, you got a family here to support." I can't have any more of those scenes. This baby needs to exit her birth canal immediately.
Your birthday, man.
I just can't. I can't with these
I'm
scenes.
ready. I'm ready for baby to come. I'm ready for baby to come. I just For me, I didn't enjoy the Jason Sims. He was just, I was just like, come on, girl, like get over yourself.
Yeah.
As
But
we found
Sasha does
he
not
was,
feel 100% good about taking that money.
but she might. I don't know if she does or doesn't. I don't know. Good question. I don't know. I
I
don't know.
mean, yeah, yes, she's got the cash, but I mean, the fact that she went and already reconfronted Sidwell about it, and then also it's like the fact that she's also keeping it wanting to keep it hush hush that she did take the money. So she's not 100% proud of herself.
Well, part of it could be also she's the one. The quarterbacks are in her business. Everybody's in her business. She's tired by being in her business.
But also if Maxie and Brooklyn and Lucy knew that she, took a payout from Sidwell to tell them this, they wouldn't be thrilled. I mean, not that they would hate her
Right.
or anything, but they would not, it's like, well, then we really, we can't really believe, we can't take you at your word that Sidwell is like this, an okay guy.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one. And miss anything else?
Uh, I mean, Lois is trying to get this lighting person for the nurses' ball. I mean, that's important.
It
So,
was great. She had to run out and do that, whatever. Uh, I think that's everything, folks. I think that's everything. Folks in chat, anything we missed? I think we got most of it. Like I say, because most of it was just like, Christina on her tour of, being nice to everybody in her family. She did something wrong. Um, let's
yeah,
see.
even stopping by Liz's place to talk.
Yes.
Wanted to see if Liz was okay with my own.
And Lucky Salter was like, come on, girl, pull it together. He's like, come on, he's like, pull it together. He's like, pull it together. Come on, girl. So we have that. Yeah, so I think that's everything, actually. Like I said, Marcos got the job. Him and Lucas are going to go on a date. They're okay. So, yeah, I guess moving on with them, too. Yeah, I think it's it. I think it's
Yeah,
everything.
I mean, I feel like the Marco introduction, just a much smoother way of introducing a character.
Yeah, very
It's like,
smooth.
hey, get us on board, get us, hey, we're this guy's fine, or he's cool, or I kind of like him. And then when you want to start pulling in, if you want to make him a bad guy, great. But at
Right.
least you've got some goodwill, so people are invested in the character. Like we're like, oh yeah, all right, I'm digging this guy.
Yeah.
Whether they go that way or not, who knows? But
I still see Brad this week, so that's going to be interesting. See what's going on there.
more Brad's always good.
I know I love Brad. As I said, again, pay him whatever, too. We love him. We love some Perry Shen. So I'm like, Brad
Yep.
in there, yes. And the nurse's ball is coming in a few weeks, I believe. So 3 weeks, I think it is, like that.
Maybe we find
Um,
out that Drew's really Shiloh. The blood work comes in. Brad does his results.
that would be amazing. And in the real juice held somewhere, that would be totally amazing. They've done before. I mean, the Master Phazon and Duke and all that. That's all that can be done.
Oh,
I'd love that. Who would call juice sound like Liesel? Again, you never know. That character comes and goes so much, you never know, right? If she's involved, it's probably interesting.
yeah. Let's do it.
You know,
And maybe her and Scotty have hooked up and reconnected somewhere else in the
right,
world.
right. So who knows? I'm just amazed. And now we have 18 people watching. I just want to thank you guys for watching us live on your Sunday, the last Sunday of April. Yeah. Sasha took money from Sidwell, but she didn't let Sonny pay back what Gladys stole. Yeah, different standards. She's different now. Sasha's different. Now she got a baby.
Yeah.
Got a baby, and she wants to be independent. You've heard it 20 times, right, girl? She wants to be independent. She said it 10 times, right times. So she took the money to help have a little nest egg for her. And
I
it's,
think you're underestimating that number of times.
yeah, I know. But Sybil was happy to do it. He was
Uh
happy to do
yeah.
it.
That little scamp.
Yeah. I like it. Again, as we wrap up, I think he's a character with lots of potential. I hope
Yeah.
they don't mess it up. I mean, seriously, I think the actor, him, it's good. They don't mess it up. And earlier with the Kai stuff, I don't have a problem with the actor. I mean, I don't have a problem with the actor. I think the story is just kind of, I don't know. It's disjointed for me. That's all. Like I said, people like Marco stuff, they're introduced easier. And they just seems to fit. They tied him to a major character. They tied another character. He acts as a lawyer. I mean, it's just like it's totally a great intro.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe it.
And like I feel like the Sidwells, I mean, I guess, the probably the more comparable thing is like the Sakaras, where it's, to be like you can't just, completely play like he's the total villain against Sonny, because that means he's not going to be around for long. If you want this character to be around for many, 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 many years, if that's what the show's interested in, then I think you got to go like, the more as a car route where it's like, yep, they're thorns at each other's sides, but it never quite, escalates that high that we have to like get rid of somebody on the show.
Generally, like the real twist is Nell's alive. She and Shiloh are acoustic, but they were married. They were married when he died. That would be a great twist. If my girl Chloe Lanier and homeboy came back, I would die. That would be a great twist. Oh my god, that'd be so good. Oh, that'd be so good. Oh my god, I'd love it. And then have Willow and Nell fight each other. Oh my god, the twins they meet and they fight each other. I mean, I could write that all day long. That stuff is good. I could totally be for that. I could totally be for that. Now I know that they are, so folks at home, my sources, which I can't give out, they are casting people right now for they're recasting certain roles right now, that's all I can say. There's several young actors who have been in the studio. So just let you know, certain roles are coming back.
Monica?
I said young. Frank. I didn't say old.
Well, how dare you? How dare you?
I didn't say old, I said young.
Why not Monica? She can be young. She got a little work done.
They share. No, I love Monica, so I love her back. But I'm talking male parts. There have been some male parts that they're trying to find. So it's like, I'm what Willis was talking about. So you know that. An old friend. I wore this in front of when I interviewed Todd Bridges. So you look at the interview, I wore this. I said, I'm what Willis was talking about. Anyway, so folks, I guess that's it. I mean, so you guys, I can't believe so many were watching us today. I have nothing else to give you guys. Nothing.
Except undying love. And a lot of great content.
A lot of great content here on JLJ Media. Like I said, we'll be back 3 weeks from now. The 18th.
Yes, that is correct. Yes, the 18th of May.
May. It'll be mid-May. I'll be a year older. Yeah, it will be. I'll be back for that. But in the meantime, I didn't say wiser, Frank, just older. I don't know nothing. But if you want to see me and Frank in the meantime, between time, Thursday nights, we do the Andor season 2 after show live here on JLJ Media. So you want to look at us, whether you know the show or not, join us. We have some fun in the chats. So join us there Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern.
That's true. And, you got to look at John Dunphy, and that's worth the price of admission itself.
It said, James, bring a jacket. Vegas has been chilly. I always bring jackets just in case. Always bring jackets. I'm staying off the strip. I'm going to tell you guys where I'm going. I'm staying off the strip.
Well, yeah. I mean, and just someplace near the chapel.
Going to the chapel and we're going to get married. Veronica, back on your birthday. It's your fellow Taurus. Very good. Fellow Taurian. Too long. Check in, will you? Yes. I'll be around, folks. I'll be around. And who knows? We may do something during the week. That's something also. If there's a really good week of General Hospital, we may do something midweek. Just follow GHB Spotlights on Facebook or James or Happy Go Jackie everywhere else, and you'll see if we come back on. So we may come on during the week.
Yeah, James may want to drop some of the wedding pictures too. So keep an eye out for those.
You saw he commented on our video from Andor. I sent it to you. He commented. By the way, commented right away. He loves Frank Moran. Everybody, thank you so much. I love Frank Moran too. And I love you guys all so much. And we will see you guys soon. Be careful out there. And now it's time for May. May is coming.